Well, hi everybody, this is Oleg. It's been a while since I made a long video. Lately I'm just always on the run, trying to get as many miles as possible in a day, and now I'm sort of stuck here because of Thanksgiving. Nobody wants to work, not yesterday, not today, and I have to drop rest of my load in Syracuse, New York, and they're not going to be open until Monday. So unfortunately, I am just stuck in my truck about 40 miles west of Syracuse, New York. And so as a result, I thought, what the heck, I'm going to make a long video and share some of my thoughts with you about what's going on. By the way, today, especially since afternoon, on and off snow. It's not terribly cold, it's like 30 degrees, and snow comes and goes. I hope it's gonna be okay for Monday, on Monday for me to go. But it's still 2 days, so we'll see. A lot can change, a lot can happen. Anyway, today in this video, what I want to talk about is Russia and what's going on there. And before I start with what's on my mind about it, I want to say this. In Russia, they have new platform called Max. And that platform, Russian government is trying to replace with that platform everything else. You can pay your bills through it. You can socialize through it. It's like Facebook. You can, socialize among yourselves on the platform. They want to switch everything, that everything is done through the Max platform. Meanwhile, they're, they've had problems. I mean, they didn't have problems. They made those problems. Like YouTube wasn't working, still doesn't work in most parts of Russia. And now they try to stop WhatsApp from being used. They're slowly closing the country from outside world. Meanwhile, as a side note, in North Korea, they're implementing Russian language in schools. So they're going to be learning Russian. I don't know if Russia is going to learn Korean language as well. It's possible. But it seems like Russia and China and North Korea are trying to develop something among themselves. And here is what's going on. Additionally, normal internet, World Wide Web, that we all use for various things, is being turned on and off in various places in Russia, different cities. Sometimes there's a bunch of cities, I'm not gonna name them to you because they don't mean anything to you, but various cities lose internet, sometimes for days, sometimes for weeks. And now it's also happening in Moscow. In actual Moscow, internet, the World Wide Web, is starting to being turned off, basically. And what does it all mean? I think they're testing the grounds with this internet, with no internet, basically, in Russia. I think Russia and China, for globalists, is testing ground, because in my opinion, what happened with the pandemic, everything started in China, supposedly. Now, no internet, no internet service in Russia, and they see how people react, what people do. They don't dare to try this thing in this country, for example, yet. But I'm pretty sure it's coming, because they don't like people to socialize with each other, to send videos of what's going on. You know, something happens, somebody catch whatever's happening on camera, the whole world knows. You know, you can do live stream, you know, you can make a video or whatever, you know, everybody knows everything pretty much immediately whenever something happens, good or bad. And powers that be obviously don't like that. So they start to play these games with no internet in Russia. And they're claiming, oh, because of the war, that way drones from the Ukraine don't reach their targets, blah, blah, blah. Well, how come in Ukraine there's the same war? In Kiev, internet's working. The war is going on, but internet is working. So in my opinion, war has nothing to do with turning off the internet. They're just testing people's reaction. They're trying to switch people to that Max. And it's a government platform too, the Max platform. Because government wants to know exactly everything you do, everything you say, just everything about you, you know. And by the way, this is the prices of gas here in upstate New York. Almost $3 for gas and over $4 for diesel, which is ridiculous. Anyway, so in my opinion, this could happen here too. First Russia, then maybe Europe and United States. I don't know. I think, in my opinion, I could be wrong, but United States probably would be last for whatever they're doing, you know, simply because, you know, there is 500 million guns here, you know, legal guns. What about illegal? That number is probably even higher. And I'm pretty sure they are not super afraid, but they still have it in the back of their mind that all it takes is one explosion, you know, one spark that will cause people to take their guns and go against system. It's probably not likely scenario, but it's not impossible. So I think that's why they're doing everything they want in China, in Russia. During pandemic, you've seen some videos how they would, you know, totally close people off in their high-rise buildings. They would weld the doors, entry doors. People couldn't leave. All that is, in my opinion, all that is just test. Russia is also test. And then when they see what's going on, people's reaction, then they have better idea how to deal with people. And that can and probably will spread on Western Europe, on United States, Canada, Australia, and so far, so on and so forth. Anyway, I guess we'll wait and see what happens, but get ready for no internet. I think it's gonna happen here. I guarantee they don't like people to be able to share things, talk to each other immediately. Yeah, I mean, it's obvious. They don't like it. They don't want it. So in my opinion, from a little prepper like me, I want to say this. Get books on everything. Books on gardening, books on survival gear, or survival knowledge. Whatever you like to search on internet, get books on that. Get books that you would read to you, some fairy tales to your children. Because once there is no internet, there will be no YouTube. You won't be able to get maps. Maps are crucial. So yeah, once they turn off the internet, it'll go back to like it used to be 30 years ago. You know, all the information, actually less than that. So yeah, get into habit of getting books and with all the important information and maps. Alright, hope this was interesting to some of you or useful. Take care, God bless, don't forget to comment and subscribe, and I'll talk to you in the next upload. Take care.